child, what was the toy that you always wanted, but that your parents wouldn't buy for you? Do you remember those feelings of anguish when they gave you the disapproving look, and then the barrage of excuses, all punctuated with the inevitable, no, you're not having that? Well, I feel your pain. Yes, my parents, when it came to toys at least, were somewhat frugal. Although they were generous in other ways, like the ballet lessons. You can have as many of those as you like. Don't worry about the money. But of course, we have to learn that we can't always get everything that we want. So, ladies and gentlemen, this evening I'm going to tell you about the toy that I wanted that my parents wouldn't buy for me. And it was when I was about 6 years old, and the toy was a Ghostbusters proton pack. Now, unless you were born in the mid-1980s, you probably have no idea what one of those is. But it was obviously from the Ghostbusters franchise. And it was this backpack thing, this hollow, garish blue plastic box that you strapped to your back. And it had this tethered gun, which was a yellow strip of foam, this zapping gun. And looking back now, I can empathize more with my parents than I can with my 6-year-old self. Because this toy had about as much charisma as the cardboard box that it came in. And of course it was expensive as well. So my mum, it was a difficult sell to my mum, and she just declined. She said absolutely not. But she said, she promised that she would help me make a Ghostbusters proton pack. So one day she scavenged together a hoard of household items, a cereal box, a washing up liquid bottle, tin foil, all of that stuff. And what followed was a frenzy of glue and paint. And eventually, something resembling a Ghostbusters proton pack crystallized out of this amorphous pile of everyday household junk. And the best bit was my friend, who had the real thing, thought it was so good that he asked us if we would make him one as well. But homemade stuff is the best, isn't it? I think that's a universally accepted fact. And it's because of the self-satisfaction that you get from having made something yourself. But for me, it was all about the creative process, the fact that I got to make something. And after that, I actually got more enjoyment from the making process than from playing with the toy itself. And after that, I made lots of other toys from everyday household objects. And I do think there are a few things more beautiful than a creation that has been crafted by the hands of a child. And it's a magical thought to me that there is a cardboard box, cereal box factory somewhere in the world with millions of cardboard boxes on its production line, and that one or two of those cereal boxes are going to make their way into the hands of children who are going to reincarnate them into something amazing. So why did I tell you this story in particular? Well, firstly, it was out of admiration for my mum's resourcefulness. I do think that it's important to be resourceful, and that being resourceful fosters creative thinking. The other thing was that, for me, it was a lesson in learning and understanding about the value of material things. And finally, the Ghostbusters proton pack prototype, I feel, was the beginning of my career as a design engineer. This is what I do today. I design gadgets. That is my how I earn a living. So finally, what about my mum? She won as well. She managed to sidestep buying me this terrible toy and save money for the family that could be invested into more wholesome things. Probably those ballet lessons. Thank you.